I just think that they almost sound the same.
They are the same.
They're the same
That is a
thing.
sample from the song. You didn't know that?
No, I'm not a DJ.
It was kind of obvious though.
It wasn't obvious.
Yes.
It was only obvious because you played the two back to back.
It
Oh,
was-
that's why you got Tony Braxton. Oh, because I'm like, it's so random to just ask Tony Braxton to be in the song.
And a while ago, you asked if I RS. You asked if I RS. Go that way.
I'm sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. Welcome back to the Wake Up Call. Right now, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Extreme14SVG. You remember when we were talking about the 11 minutes on to 8 o'clock? You remember when we were talking about the rough water? Right? Here's this one. Somebody says, in response to that, good morning, Crystal. That kind of ride I like on the sea.
Yeah, it's the best ride, honestly.
Oh, you're like rough ride? Okay, I see. Must be nice. Anyways, let's move on to something else. For the traveling public, and by the way, we're still gathering some of your responses. If there is an issue in your respective community that you think needs to be addressed, it doesn't have to be physical. It could be maybe something within the community to help to reduce crime or something, maybe like a neighborhood watch or something that could help. Putting down a playground or something. All right, you hit us up at 4301043 and let us know. During the 9 o'clock hour, we will share what folks have sent in, right? Okay, good. School keeping matters
Also, it is raining
all around you.
all around us.
Yeah.
A lot, actually. So
It's pouring
be
outside.
very careful on the roads. I am pretty sure certain parts of the road are already flooded. So
Yeah.
yeah, take time.
I mean, it's where we live. We should be accustomed to it by now, okay? Right, you would have heard the weather advisories that we read for you earlier this morning. All right, so please pay attention to that. Yes, man. Okay, so for the traveling public, the minibus drivers and conductors, the question right now is, how is it going with since the fares were increased? How are things? Are you making it now? Are you happy now?
You should be able to maintain a van now.
Right?
You should be able to have AC in a van now.
No.
No.
Let me get you a joke. Well, it ain't really a joke, funny, haha. But one
ready?
time I was in a bus, right? And I think it was raining or something. I can't remember. No, it wasn't raining. Sun was shining. Whew, it's blazing hot. And a passenger said, "Man, turn on the AC now." And the driver was like, "No, I'm not turning on the AC." And started to argue, like, I'm paying $2 now to turn on the AC. Well, boss man, just get out. He was like, "Get out." Like, why are you here? Like, the expectation that now that I'm paying 50 cents or $1 extra,
See,
I should get AC.
that is
Leave. Boss man, get out the van. I'm going to another van.
yeah, but then he can't go near the van and ask for AC.
Okay, then. Well, he was upset because he didn't get what he wanted.
Yeah, people need to stop that.
Yeah, and pay the money too, right?
Yeah, not because you're paying more money mean you have to get the luxury. It's just $2. It adds up in the van, yes, but it's just $2 from you.
Right. An extra $1, an extra 50 cents. But let's talk about that $2 short drop there. Before the fares were increased, there was a lot of justification. There was also a lot of fight against it because people's salaries were not being changed
War.
to accommodate. Still ain't. People's salary ain't go up automatically. So they have to find the extra money from somewhere to pay the extra bus fares. How is it going? Especially, let me focus in on the $2 short drops. Right? Previously, you would have paid $1. Some vans would take $1.50 during a few weeks before the official increase, some vans were taking the correct fare. The correct fare would have been $1.50. But now that it's $2 and everybody has to pay that, are you walking more now? Or are you crying more now? Or are you, okay, fine. It's okay because I could afford it. You go first.
Man, okay. I spoke to a van driver, a friend of mine. So I out of curiosity I asked him, I say, well, so how the short job going? He said, boy, yeah. The raise was really needed, but in the same breath he said he cannot feel it for the traveling public because they ain't really gonna raise. But he say he couldn't meet ends are meeting now. You know, he could keep up with payments, he could buy gas, still have money left over. Maintenance and them stuff like that. He say, yeah, everything it good so far.
Right.
But in the same breath, he was kind of like empathizing with us now.
Yeah.
Saying, well, boy, I don't know how we can help, but
Now, I spoke to a few van drivers and they had a good thing to say. Well, good things to say as in, yeah, they're making it now. Similar to what you said, they're making it now and they're okay. It's not like, oh, it's a ton load more money, but it is better for them.
But you know the weird thing is they're leaving off the 50 cents.
Some of them are leaving off the 50 cents.
Yeah, and just taking the $3 like
for your area.
Yeah, for my area.
350.
You're right, for my area. You're already making it. You could get ease up now, honestly. Just imagine when the van full. Some. And I
that's
feel,
a little problematic too.
I feel it depends on who the poster probably is on, you know.
All right. So some people will get a discount and others don't.
Probably if it's like somebody you somebody who always catching the van. So you say, boy, I don't have to say this time, you know.
How do I get one of those loyalty cards for one of these vans? Keep catching the van all the time. That could be a little problematic too, because some people, if you see that happening, they would want that same privilege. And if you realize,
not necessarily.
Yeah, sometimes if you see somebody pay $3 and they take $3.50 from you, so if you're sitting right next to the conductor, you notice that. Like, how come they this and I don't? You know?
You say they come in closer distance,
and then but if you're observing all of that, it could be a little problematic. So you kind of have to be careful with that. And then they might start talking and other van drivers would hear this. And then, you know, the competition between the van drivers. Some people might wait for a particular van because they get 50 cents off or whatever the fare is. I think you should remain consistent. So it's tricky.
You see
Ouch.
The value of 50 cents now.
I know.
You know, if you have 50 cents in your hand right now, it won't matter to you. But if you're catching a van, that same 50 cents is a lot.
50 cents in my hand stays in my pocket because I know it has to go for van fares.
If you drop 50 cents right now, you won't really pay no mind to it.
Who fool you?
But if you have to pay the van $3.50, you say, boy, this is too much money to pay this van.
I'll say it is difficult. And it's like being trapped between a rock and a hard place with it. Let's say like it's about on average like 60% increase in your van fares. And for example, you want to move you have a lot of load. You want to move from one bus stop to the next. And you can't physically walk for $2. And it's not that we're asking for a change, a reduction or whatever. Just saying, talking about it beforehand and listening to people's issues before it actually happens or when it was released, the 2 days leading up to the Thursday when it was changed, and actually living through it and experiencing and hearing people talk about it after. And almost two different things, almost.
You know, they just say you had to be in it to feel it.
Correct.
So this is a classic case
being
of it.
in it.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some people
because
who were.
Just imagine paying $2 from here to go just on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That is a lot of money. I would rather walk.
Yeah, gone are the days, boy. I'm not walking down the stretch. I'm not catching a van to go certain places anymore. I'm walking.
Right. Somebody asked, should you be should you be able now to make the conductor stand up with their foot between your legs? To now not make the conductor stand up with their foot between your legs.
Legally speaking, they're entitled to 18 passengers.
Right. But then that is entirely up to you as well. If you know the van full and you want to go, then that is your choice. You cannot have to stand up. You cannot stand up nowhere else.
Yeah. You could hold on to the back, which is not safe. I see
Not-
some of them doing that.
That
Don't
was
ever do that.
That was long time before. That was like when the conductors were ruleless. Which
Somebody says the $2 short drop is ridiculous, where you have 250 full. Oh, 250 full distance.
that is the other thing again.
Um,
I okay. So it's $3 from Tongue to buy me, right?
Mhm.
But it's $3.50 from same Tongue to Randy's, and Randy's is like literally like a 10 minutes walk from me,
mm.
which could be like a minute drive in a van.
So if you have to go between the two, oh, $2.
$2.
It's hard, you know. It's really difficult, man. It's really difficult. But at this point, it's just like one of those difficulties. It just had a, or do we have to continue saying it is difficult? Or is it that they can go back to the drawing board and maybe keep the old short drop?
Honestly, I am happy for the van,
Right. Yeah.
but in the same breath, I don't want a raise pay. I go like settle for no. Let me not say that. I don't want a raise pay right now. I will settle for the tax break,
Tax
so
break.
we could get it ease up
Oh, right.
with the vans.
Kind of everybody could get an
Right,
ease up
everybody
too.
could get ease up.
Oh, okay. It's now 8 o'clock. All right. And if you didn't know before, students north of the Rabica Bridge, 8 o'clock. I mean, you probably would have left home anyways. But you don't have school today. You can stay at home. And folks in the Grenadines, don't go on the sea because the weather conditions are not favorable for you to travel. All right. And yeah, that's that. We're going to head to the top of the hour right now. Thank you for that one.